people are going to Jesus for healing. By now, what we know is that Jesus is having a following, a crowd. People are seeing what he's doing, and so now they're all. Those that are feeling something, needing a release for something or a healing from something, are now going to Jesus and following him. But Jesus is at a point when we hear in this gospel that he just wants to move around without being unnoticed. And we don't really know why that is. It could be that Jesus wanted to, as he did so often, step back and just kind of take a break and recharge. It could be that Jesus just kind of wanted that moment to go unnoticed just to renew himself. We don't know. But what we do know is at that moment, in this particular gospel reading, Jesus is wanting to move through this town of Tyre without having the crowds with him. But yet, as he's moving around, there's a woman. Now, this particular woman hears about Jesus being in the town. And so she follows him and realizes that Jesus has now moved to this house. This woman is looking for Jesus and is intentional about finding Jesus because she has a daughter. And speaking and crying out from a mother's heart, she wants her daughter to be healed. For she knows that her daughter has, some translations say it's a demon, and some translations say it's an unclean spirit. But what we know is that the daughter is experiencing an illness or something of some sort to where the mom is looking for Jesus. And so she finds that Jesus is in this house, and so she goes to the house, and she immediately sees him and recognizes him. And the mother, speaking from this motherly heart, cries out to Jesus as she pleads to Jesus, "My daughter has a demon, an unclean spirit. Cast it out." And so she starts begging Jesus to cast this demon out. Now, what's important to understand is that in this particular region, there are actually two groups of people. You had one group who were the Israelites, who were the Jewish people. They were considered the chosen ones. You had another group of people who were the Greek, who were the Gentiles. They were considered the unlovable, the outcast. This particular woman, who's wanting her daughter to be healed, is a Gentile. So imagine this Gentile woman coming up to Jesus saying, "Heal my daughter." It's like, who does she think she is to do that? For she's not one of the chosen ones. And so Jesus, from what we hear in the scripture lessons, responds in a way that may seem like an insult or out of character for Jesus. Because what Jesus says is, let the children be fed first. For it's not fair to take the children's food and throw it to the dogs. So the children being fed first means the Israelites. The Israelites are first. The Israelites have priority. So we take care of the Israelites first, and whatever's left over, we give it to the other people, the dogs. And so the woman hears this, and rather than become disheartened and walk away, instead the woman boldly looks at Jesus and says, "Well, even the dogs eat the children's crumb that falls to the ground." So in essence, what she's saying is, well, yes, I'm a Gentile. Yes, I understand that my culture and my traditions, my beliefs are different. I understand all of that. But I know who you are, Jesus. I know what you can do. And I'm coming to you all that I am, as I am, and I'm asking you and I'm begging you, heal my daughter. And so Jesus' response is, for saying that, your daughter is healed. And then we go to another healing moment, where people are bringing this man who is deaf, unable to speak, so he's mute, and they're bringing him to him. And the people who are bringing this man to Jesus are wanting the same thing, healing. so Jesus, being the compassionate one that he is, he puts his fingers in the man's ears. And then he does something that seems strange or odd, is that he spits. And then he touches the man's tongue. And with his fingers in the deaf man's ear, Jesus looks up and said, "Be open." And immediately the man can hear and he can speak. Be open. Now, literally, it is the opening of the man's ear. Literally, it is his vocal passages and his tongue being able to move. Literally, open to be able to now hear and speak. But I also think it goes a little bit further than that. I think being open is Jesus' message for each and every one of us to say, now you be open. Be open to receive. Be open for all that I have and my God has for you. I remember maybe 20, 30 years ago now. So yes, I am dating myself. But there was a song that was played on the gospel stations a lot. And it's by Bill and Sarah Gaither. And I don't remember honestly, I don't remember the verses. I just remember the chorus, to the point that even today I'll find myself singing that chorus. And the chorus is this: I anticipate the inevitable, supernatural intervention of God. I expect a miracle. I expect a miracle. How powerful. And so no matter what is happening and what is going through, in essence, what Bill and Sarah Gaither wrote about is this: whether it's up or down, this way or that way, I anticipate the inevitable. Means it's going to happen. Supernatural intervention of God. I expect a miracle. For us to be open is for us to live our lives like the people, like that mother who went to Jesus, begging for healing for her daughter. Like the people who brought this man who could not hear and could not speak. For us, to be open is for us to live our lives expecting a miracle. For us not to be closed to the miraculous interventions of God, but instead to be open to the supernatural intervention of God. To live our lives with our whole being, our whole selves, our eyes, our ears, our hands, our heart, our feet, to be wide and fully open to God. To live our lives with the boldness of that mother who wanted that healing for her daughter, who would not allow culture and tradition to stop her. But to instead look at her actions as an example for how we are to live our lives. For us to have that same boldness to proclaim, God blesses me every day. I expect to receive a blessing.
Amen.
To be open, to be fully open, is to expect your blessing because you are a beloved child of God. Church, I wonder how our lives will be changed if we, like the mother who wanted the daughter healed, and the people who brought the deaf mute, that man to Jesus, if we expect our blessings, if we get up each day expecting to see how God moves in our lives, to go through each day, living each moment, being fully open, embracing that concept, I am a child of God, and I expect to receive my blessing. I wonder what we'll see, what we hear, what we notice when our truly open, to fully trust in God through every situation, not just during the bad times, but also the good times. To live and walk in our divine destiny, expecting to see God, to receive our blessings, knowing that we are free to receive the blessing, but we're also worthy as a beloved child of God. To be open to anticipate the inevitable, supernatural intervention of God, to expect our miracle. When things don't go as planned, be open. When we don't see life as the way we have envisioned life, to be open. To understand that in every situation and everything that we do, because we are a beloved child of God, we're open. We expect it. And so, my sisters and brothers, I challenge you today to live each day, each moment, expecting your blessings with your hearts wide open. As we leave here today, may your ears be open to hear the voice of God, especially in others. Because I believe God places people in our lives to give us the words, to give us our blessings. Be open to hearing that. To have your hands open to receive that blessing. The opening of the hands is a way of saying, I surrender and I open myself up to you to receive whatever it is you have for me. To have our feet ready to walk in our divine destiny. Understanding that wherever we walk, God is with us in our footsteps. To be wide open to know that no matter what, no matter where we are, God is with us, and we expect to receive a blessing. Amen.